guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rosa, and if this is the first time that you're seeing my face, then welcome. It's so nice to have you. If you're interested in getting one-on-one coaching with me, checking out my free webinar on self-concept, purchasing my brand new ebook called Becoming a State Shifter, or joining my 4-week-long course called Life from Scratch, then all of that and more will be in the description below or on my website, www.rosa.com. Actually, today, since this is going up February 14th, I just reopened up my waitlist to accept new clients. I had a couple people who signed up for the waitlist ask me, when is it going to be open? So just letting you guys know, I'm only taking a very limited amount of people for the month of February and March. So you can check out the application. That'll also be on my website and in the description down below. Now, back to the video. Now, the day that this video is going live, it is on Valentine's Day. So if you're watching this on Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day. And I thought, in honor of the day of love, what better video to film for you guys than a video on self-love and your relationship with yourself and building up your self-confidence so that you can show up in the world as your best self, as your most confident self, and just feel damn good in your body, in your skin. In my opinion, I think that having a strong sense of self-confidence, self-empowerment, and self-love is the most important quality to have. And you'll notice if you've been on my channel for a while, if you haven't, then welcome. But if you have, you might notice that a lot of my messaging is about empowerment and gaining confidence. And this is because I truly believe that when you get your confidence in check, when you feel good about yourself and good about who you are in this life, that trickles into every single area of your life, and you're able to show up in your full expression, in your full light, as your best self. You don't have to play small, you don't have to dim your light, and you're able to show up in the world with a full cup to be able to not only pour love into yourself, but into the people's lives around you. If you're feeling small, insecure, upset, or just living in a negative state, then you're going to show up in the world that way. You're going to attract negative circumstances reflecting back to you your current state of being. Because it's the way you view yourself, if you are insecure in yourself and your skin and your body, you're not confident in who you are as a being, that's how the world is going to show up to you as well. And you deserve so much freaking more than that. And so does the world, because when you're stepping into your confidence, you get to own your light. You step into your light and you get to show the world your light. You're no longer hiding your light from the world. And I want that for you. And I know that you want that for you too, or you wouldn't even be here, right? So let's talk about how we can cultivate that level of confidence where it's unshaken from the outside world. Actually, before we talk about it, I want to talk a little bit about the difference between confidence and narcissism, because I know a lot of times when someone sees someone that's very confident, their mind instantly goes to they're a narcissist, they're obsessed with themselves, they have such a big ego. But I really want to distinguish the difference between narcissism and confidence, okay? So I actually looked online because I wanted to see like what it said on Google, the difference between confidence and narcissism. And I found that it says confidence is believing in yourself, your talents and abilities. On the other hand, narcissism includes an exaggerated sense of self and what you're capable of, often having an expectation of admiration from others while lacking in empathy for others. Okay, so here's kind of my breakdown on the difference between confidence and narcissism. Confidence is knowing yourself deeply. Confidence is knowing the power that you bring into this world. And the reason we want to cultivate this confidence and this love for ourselves is, yes, to receive for ourselves. I mean, we're human beings. We all have an ego where we do want to receive things for ourselves. But if you're a good person and you want to cultivate confidence for the right reasons, you want to cultivate that confidence so you can show up in the world as your best self and help other people show up in the world as your best self. If somebody is actually a happy person, actually a confident person, then they want everybody else around them to feel that same way because they already feel up here. Why would they want everyone else to feel below them? But then when narcissism comes in, it's actually not real confidence. It's actually fake confidence. It actually stems from insecurity. It actually comes from them feeling below everyone else, so they overcompensate by acting above everyone else, putting other people below them, so they feel in power, in charge of their internal state. But that's not the type of confidence we're trying to cultivate over here. We're trying to cultivate that confidence that is lasting, that is fulfilling, that is true, and that you deserve and your soul deserves in order to live its fullest and best expression in this life. Now, is it an ego to be confident? Well, yeah, you could say that. I mean, anything that has to do with being identified with the physical body is an ego. As long as you're identified with your race, your nationality, your religion, your physical appearance, your career, your life circumstances, anything to do with your worldly possessions, the world that we live in, that's considered our ego. Our ego is who we are in this life, in this body. So we're gonna have an ego regardless while we're here. And yes, there are times when you can elevate your consciousness above the egoic tendencies and you can live in alignment with your pure soul, but we're still conditioned into a man. We're still conditioned into a body. And so in this body, we have an ego, we have our limitations. But the thing is, it's better to have an ego of I am the best than to have an ego of I'm the worst. Because when you believe you're the best, at least you can push yourself out into the world to do the things that your soul yearns and desires for you to do. If you have an ego that tells you you're the worst and people hate you and you're insecure and you hate how you look and you hate how you talk and you hate how you present yourself and you hate everything in your life, you're shrinking yourself in this life. You're basically never living out your potential and you're staying small. You know, I used to play so small with myself, especially when it came to this YouTube channel, showing up online. I was not this person. 3 years ago, you guys can watch my first video. Even that first video, I deleted some other videos because I was just cringing at myself because of how afraid I was to show up as my authentic self. And it really took a long time to open myself up and be able to show up online in this way. But the point of me bringing this up is because at that time, I could have allowed my insecurities, allowed my low self-esteem, low self-confidence in my appearance, in the way that I spoke, in the way that my opinions on things and people judging me. I could have allowed that to derail me from sharing the messages that I have with the world. But I knew that I had a voice to share. I knew that I had messages in my mind that people would benefit from. I had friends in my life who would tell me, you need to be a coach because you're damn good at giving advice or empowering people. And I knew deep down in my soul, it was like this yearning and calling of I need to show up. But I was paralyzed by my insecurities, by my low self-esteem and low self-confidence, which is why today I am so big on empowerment, so big on helping other people see their value, see who they are, so they can tune out the voice of the ego, step into their soul, because your soul wants for you what you want for yourself. Your soul wants you to show up in your full expression, in your confident, most energetic self, where you feel alive, you feel that life force energy within you to show up and do the things that you want to do in this life. Not because of having a high ego and needing to feel above everybody else, but because you're confident enough in yourself to not care about what other people say or think about you, to not care about the outside world, and only be in tune with your connection with the divine, your higher self, and you showing up in your best expression in this life. Now, I am so happy that I did not let my insecurities stop me from being here today, talking with you today about everything that I talk here about on my channel. And I know that you have a voice inside of you too. And whether you began to express it, you still feel like you have more to express, or anything in between, you would not be drawn to a video like this if you were not attracted to this type of energy and did not already have it in you. That energy that attracts you to the people that you admire, you can only admire somebody else if you see that quality living within yourself. So claim it, claim that energy. And actually right now we might as well get into how we can practically cultivate this self-confident energy so you can show up in the world as your best expression. In order to show up more confidently, we must change ourselves on the self-concept level. We must change our conception of ourselves. How do you tell yourself that you are? What is the story? You know what? The best way to find out what your story is about how you think you are is, how do you feel other people view you? What are the negative traits that you feel people may judge you for? What do you feel like you're embarrassed to say about yourself because another person might judge you, or you might not get a certain job or relationship, or whatever quality you think you have that is not a good quality about you? Or it could be physical appearance, it could be personality, it could be your beliefs, like literally anything. What do you feel about yourself is an insecurity? And in what ways do you play small in your life, not show up as your full expression? Once you know that, once you get that out of the way, you understand what you're insecure about, what you think you need to change, you now know your self-concept about yourself. You now know the story you continuously have been programmed to believe throughout your entire life, whether that be through your past experiences, whether that be through your own telling yourself your own that story, whether that be through your parents, friends around you, ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, the school system, what you've watched on TV. Our minds get programmed with these stories. We begin to take on an identity at a young age, and we carry that identity on and on and on through our entire lives until we become aware of the story and consciously work on reprogramming our minds to change that self-concept. So to change our self-concept on the things that we feel low confidence about, we need to now affirm the opposite of those things, but not just affirm the opposite once or twice, but continuously affirm that you are that version of you that you desire to be every single day. How do you want other people to view you? Do you want other people to view you as confident, happy, successful, blah, 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 blah? However you want people to view you, you need to view yourself in that way first. We cannot rely on other people to tell us our worth, to tell us our value, and to make us feel either confident or unconfident. We're putting way too much power in the external world when we give other people power to decide if we should be confident. Confidence needs to come from within ourselves. Confidence comes when we are not shaken by the external world, by our 3D world. We know so deeply internally who we are that it doesn't matter what anybody says to us, thinks about us, believes about us, because we know who we are. There's only one you in this life, and that is you. So cultivate that confidence first and foremost within yourself, because that's going to radiate, right? People feel confidence. Confidence is what magnetizes people and things and opportunities towards you. Once you treat yourself with respect first, people can only treat you the way that you treat yourself. So view everyone's role in your life as objective feedback on the way that you view yourself. Don't give too much power to the external world, but rather take it as feedback and work on affirming the opposite, right? It's okay to look at what the problem is, to just gain insights, just to see what are our limitations, what are our blocks, what do we believe about ourselves, why are we not confident? Once we know why, we can change it. We don't need to stay stuck in the why. We don't use the why as an excuse why we're not confident. Like, oh, I'm not confident because this and this happened to me, and so I'm in a victim mode mindset for the rest of my life because of that. No, we don't live in victim mindsets over here. We are the creators of our reality. We get to observe our limitations, observe the things holding us back, and then decide in every moment to change our story. Who do you want to be in this life? Be it right now. Feel like you are that version. Embody that version of you right now. You don't need to wait. Choose what you give power to and what you feed. And if there's one thing you get from this video, that should be that if you don't feel like you are confident, start telling yourself that you're confident. Use that as an affirmation that you tell yourself every single day. I am just a confident person. I just love myself. I am just a self-confident, self-loving person. My self-concept is on point. Those are great affirmations to use to develop your self-concept, to gain confidence in yourself. When you have that confidence solidified, you're going to be able to show up in every other area of your life with so much more confidence, feeling so good about yourself, in your skin, in alignment with who you came here to be. Remember, the world needs you to be confident and to own your light. That's all for me in this video, guys. I hope you got value out of it. If you did, please leave it a like and a comment down below letting me know what was the most valuable thing you got out of this video. Hit that subscribe button for new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And without further ado, I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Love ya!